Hey, I'm Tyler from Fly My Kids, and this is a Joolz Aer Plus, our new favorite travel stroller. Let's talk about what's so awesome about this. First of all, we've got a great handle here. Okay, a lot of travel strollers have two hooks. I don't like those. A lot of times as a parent, you only have one hand to work with. A solid bar here is really important to be able to push, navigate with just one hand. If you've got the two hooks, I tell you what, that thing's always going to be going in circles. So make sure we've got a single bar here. Second thing I like, we've got a sunshade. Now, this sunshade actually extends further down. If we undo the zipper here, boom, we've got more sunshade for baby, including a breathable mesh area to keep them nice and cool. Third thing I like, baby can actually recline. If we undo this zipper here we go, further back, just like that, and we've got more breathable mesh here, and an adjustable pull tab so we can adjust how far back baby is napping. Okay, down here at the bottom, we've got a brake. We can operate with 1 foot down to lock, 1 foot up to unlock. I've seen a lot of strollers that have a brake on both wheels. We're not doing that. One brake is the way to go here. Okay, let's talk about folding this thing. Parents, like I said, we've only got one hand most of the time. Let's do this one-handed. So we squeeze and down. Wow, look at that. Folding with one hand is one thing. Unfolding it should be just as easy. Boom, we're ready to go. And again, all of that was done with one hand. I love that. Here in the underneath, we've got a storage compartment. It's not the biggest one I've ever seen, but you know, we can fit maybe a diaper bag in here, some water bottles for the day. It's pretty decent sized. We've also got another little pocket right here that you can work with. Let's talk about wheels. I don't like double wheels, okay? It's just more clunky, it's more friction. They're always like scattering around. To me, single wheels are the way to go. This stroller does not have added suspension like I've seen on some, but I tell you what, this baby's smooth. What else can we talk about? Let's talk about buckling up here. This one's a little different than other car seats and other strollers I've seen in the past. Here we actually buckle each part of the harness individually, which at first I thought was kind of strange because it's a little tedious. But I have to tell you what, having taken this thing to Mexico City with us, I actually really like this setup. It seems like it's easier to get baby in and out and adjusted more comfortably. Of course, these slide up and down as kiddo grows, and you've got pull tabs here as well. Unbuckling them, it's just one push, boom, the whole thing comes apart. They come straight out. I like that. Let's talk about footrest. Footrest, this is not only great for the kiddo to rest their feet on, but let's talk about, for instance, the Paris subway. There's no elevators, y'all. We're going up the stairs with this thing. So one parent is in the back lifting, parent in the front. We need a solid footrest here to be able to grab onto to lug this thing up the stairs. I love that. Hey, if you're enjoying this content, please hit the like button and subscribe. It helps other folks just like yourself find the channel. Thanks. Let's talk accessories. Now, this stroller does not come with a cup holder, but I need a cup holder. This was a $30 add-on, and you know what? I'm not mad about it. It clicks on really easily. To pull it off, I recommend kind of lifting up on it, and it pops off. This cup holder does have these tabs in here to hold your drink in. I like that. One thing I did notice is, let's do mommy's Stanley test. It does fit, but y'all, I didn't take physics, but something about the center of gravity, this thing's gonna flip over, okay? So we can do fine with cans, we can do fine with regular water bottles. A Stanley though, that's ending up on the ground. Okay, next up. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like this, y'all, but this is one of my favorite things. This is called a footboard. And again, this is an additional accessory that we decided to buy, but check this out. This clicks on, one click, and we're ready to go. We can still access our brake here, okay? But now, not only do we have baby number one in the stroller, but older child can ride along as they get tired here. Check this out. It also comes with a seat. So toddler can stand and ride. They can also sit and ride, okay? So after a long day of checking out museums, seeing around town, they can sit down and take a break. Watch this. Boom. That's pretty cool. So not only can we push them around, boom, 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 but let's say older child's now ready to walk on their own, we can lift this up and get it out of our way and keep going on. One thing I did notice about this, even though our son loves it, is when you've got it down and you've got a kid here, it's a little awkward to walk behind. I don't know if you can see that very well, but I'm kind of straddling it. What we found is you actually have to do one-handed mode and kind of walk next to it. It's the easiest way to navigate when you've got the footboard attached. But like I said, as soon as they get off, you can flick this thing up and you can again walk behind it really easily. I love that. Okay, so that's it for accessories. Oh, we've got one more. This thing actually came with a bag. And a lot of products that come with a bag, it fits great when it arrives in the mail, but you'll never get it back in. That's not the case with the Joolz Aer Plus. Not only does it fit in the bag, but it fits in the bag with the footboard. But to do that, we do have to take off the cup holder. So take off the cup holder, take off our seat here, like that, and check this out. So we can leave the footboard attached. This whole thing goes down. Footboard flicks up underneath, just like that, all nice and tight. We're going to take our bag here and we can fit the entire thing, including the footboard, in our bag. Boom. Here comes our cup holder, we can toss that in. Here comes our seat, we can toss that in. And we are all set in our bag. You know, this is great for two reasons. One is if you're gonna gate check the stroller, it's great to have a waterproof bag like this. If it's raining at the airport, they're throwing this thing around underneath the plane, you want a bag. Second thing is, this actually fits in the overhead compartment on most airplanes. And we actually flew on a really old 737 on the way to Mexico City, and this fit up there just fine. But it's pretty lightweight. We've got a strap here. When you put it in that overhead bin, you're not gonna be able to stick it in this way most likely, but it does fit sideways. And again, I'm able to lift this thing up. It's only 13 pounds, maybe a little bit more with the footboard. But I'm really, really impressed that not only does the stroller fit nicely in the bag, but the footboard and cup holder fit in there as well. Okay, I've got the stroller folded up now with the footboard. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna unfold that first, and then one-handed, we can actually unfold the entire thing, and we're ready to rock and roll. If we wanna attach the seat, we can do that. That just clicks in, boom. And we've got our cup holder as well. So we have our drink nearby. We're ready to roll. I like it. With all of these features put together, this is a premium option stroller. We paid almost $500 with tax on Amazon for this stroller. We used our own money. This is not sponsored. Plus, I believe the footboard was a $79 option. Cup holder, they're charging 30 bucks for that, not cheap. But I have to tell you what, we travel enough that this is justified in our minds, that between the great stroller itself plus the footboard option, it makes our travel days much more enjoyable. We've used a cheaper umbrella stroller in the past that we got a lot of mileage out of, but when it came time to retire that one, a wheel was about to fall off, and we knew we were investing in our next trip. We decided that this was well worth the price. I'm gliding here. Does that work?